Hey there, Starlight here with 4 reasons why you might consider closing your membership because it could help you actually get to that first 100 paid subscribers. This is some more game changing advice from Bottled Lightning. If you want, stick to the end and you can learn how you can also grow your audience at the same time that you are closing your membership. We'll get into it. So, why would you want to do this? What is this called, right? You're used to hearing people advise you to have an evergreen cart available, that your courses and your membership need to be available at all times. This is really about switching to the idea of a cohort membership open and close, right? Cohort simply means that there's a group of people that start at the same time and progress and relatively end at the same time, but they move along the journey together. Now, this is difficult to have done when you have an eternally open membership or course, right? People can kind of pop in, get some information, and then they forget that they bought the course or they ignore that they got the course, and the actual results get kind of muddy, right? Now, what this is not is 100% evergreen. It's not 100% live, but there are elements of it that require turning on and turning off various systems to make this work. But it is a really great way to create some urgency around how you grow your membership, which is the ultimate goal. A cohort is usually offered a couple times a year, and depending on your strategy and your numbers, you can sit down and make some estimates about when that's best for you, as well as what kind of lifestyle business you're trying to build, right? You don't want to create a schedule that is untenable, which can be kind of what an evergreen open membership really is. It's always open. You're always trying to get a lot of new people to sign up, but the results are kind of mixed because there's not really a sense of urgency. And, besides holiday rush or discounting, you don't know how to get people to step up and really buy. So that's what we're diving into today. This is why we're going to find out if a cohort is for you. Now, I have 4 tips in this video today. So let's get into it. The first one is why you should consider a cohort for your course. It is the remedy for a dismal course completion rate. Now, we know, we've probably heard the statistic that only like 8% of online courses get completed. You're right, that's abysmal. And when we look at our analytics, do you even really know what your completion rates are? Do you know that you're really delivering the transformation that you promise? This is a problem. But when you have a cohort, you get to leverage the fact that people are working together. There's strength in numbers. The power of numbers gives you amplified results. And because the students can be accountable to each other, this is a really great way to get more people to complete the course together, just as a simple method to get that cohort course statistic flipped around. When you do that, according to a couple sources that I'll link in the notes, when you do that and you switch to a cohort design around your course, you can see completion rates closer to 60 and 70%. I know, that's amazing. And that's where you can really start, tightening some knobs to deliver real transformation. But when you're really delivering great results and great transformation, you get better testimonials. It's easier to get people on your wait list for the cohort when it opens. You see how this is a really great system for improving your course completion rates, and why I'd recommend a cohort. Okay, step number 2. Oh my gosh, we're taking up so much time. Okay, step number 2. When you have a cohort, that means there are times of the year where you can actually focus on creating a successful launch. This means that there's nobody currently launching. You don't have to check on the technology. There's not people onboarding. It's just business coasting along as usual. You're little by little, everything's getting automated. And then when it comes time to do another launch, you have the bandwidth and the mental ability and the financial security to focus on getting a successful launch the way that your successful launch deserves, right? You've done all this work to create your community and your courses and your membership, but often we're launching and building the ship at the same time as we're trying to sail it. And when you focus on having a cohort, this means that there's the launch period, there is the time after that where you focus on onboarding, and there's the time before that launch period where you have the opportunity to really develop an appropriate growth strategy, growing your email list and growing the new members that you have available to join this new cohort. You dig? Okay, let's pop to the next one. This is also a really great way to invigorate your membership with fresh excitement. So if you've got members who've been around for a while, sometimes your group can start feeling a little stale. Maybe there's less engagement. This is an opportunity to really heighten the engagement knob in your group, to talk about the people that are coming, get everybody prepared, get everyone excited. And when they see this influx of new members, they themselves get excited, and everybody kind of, they what's the word? They go up that engagement ladder, lurker to like highly engaged, VIP members who really give back to the community. They scale up that ladder of engagement so much faster when there's a warm onboarding series. And that warm onboarding series is supported by your excited membership who's stoked on the fact that you're bringing new blood to the group, right? And it helps keep your community up and engaged, and can pull it up out of a sleepy audience if too much time has gone on and you haven't really done anything to bring some new energy into your membership. This is a great thing to consider. Now, one thing that is a total bonus of this, and a lot of people don't realize, this is really why, this is the heart and crux of why we focus on cohorts, is because you also have that adequate time that you need to grow and nurture your email list, right? There's the grow it and build it, take time to get to know them, for them to get to know you, to hear about your offer, to join, to get excited about it. But then you can throw in something like a launch event where it's an introductory masterclass or something that excites them about the coming launch, that you've got this fresh audience who's been engaged, signed up, and compelled by very likely an absolutely marvelous lead magnet, right? So in this process, hey kitty, in this process of running a cohort, instead of having constantly open doors, it means that you can schedule in this time and effort where you're focused on growing your audience, which means you'll have time to go on as a guest on podcasts. It'll mean you'll have time to guest post and engage with your community and really give back. We'll talk more about that in other videos, but these are the 4 tips I would like for you to consider if you are wondering if a cohort designed class is for you. Now, will this work for you? If you're feeling desperate for clients right now, a cohort is not the solution, right? The solution is for you to get a couple high value clients right now, focus on reinvigorating your audience and warming back up your email list. Reach out to some of your previous clients and ask directly for a referral. Like, it's time to be brave and go to where we know that we can draw water from the well, so that you don't feel that level of desperation, because a cohort takes time to implement appropriately. And if you're feeling desperate about money, a cohort will feel absolutely miserable, and it won't have the vibe that it needs to in order to be successful. Now, I've got a tool for you. You can go to bottledlightning.co/gimme clients, and I've got tips to help you find clients. So feel free to join us there, but pump the brakes on deciding on a cohort until you're a little further away from where you are at this moment. Now, if this is right for you, you're probably feeling a little bit concerned about your upcoming launch, right? Maybe a little scattered, a little overwhelmed. All of the details might be kind of getting to you, and you're wondering if it's actually worth it to schedule a launch. Maybe your existing group is getting a little sleepy, and you only get new customers from time to time, but nothing really steady. Now, if that sounds like you, and you've got something in the world, but it's just not getting the results you want, perhaps it might be interesting to discuss a cohort launch schedule for your paid membership. I think it might be something we should discuss. The first thing you can do is gear up for your cohort launch by growing your email list. And you can go to my website at bottledlightning.co, click the link that's associated anywhere with this video, and visit bottledlightning.co/grow my list. And there are some tips and tricks and scripts and tools that you can use to start growing your email list, because that is the foundation of a really nice cohort launch being successful. So you might as well get that started now. Now, real talk, I know that not everybody takes action, but take action on what you've learned within the next 12 hours. You know why? Because real talk, 8% of people are usually the only amount of people who take action on when they learn something new and beneficial. And in this context, I really want you to get the value of this. And if you take action right now and you sit down and you consider and do some math around a consort or a cohort, and perhaps you add a landing page for your wait list, perhaps you post an announcement that you'll be closing the doors to drive any last minute attention, and you start putting together the numbers on that and whether or not that will work for you, uh, you're already showing up at like 92% better than everybody else just by taking action. So I want to encourage you to take action. And if you really want to, listen, there's 3 tips I have for you to help you grow your list before your next launch. You can go to my website and download that. There's a link somewhere associated with this video. You are going to love this. It is a free download with tips to help you grow your list in anticipation of this cohort launch that you'll be considering. This is Starlight signing off. And remember, your purpose is a beacon, so stay lit.